Cineplay no ar, meus amigos! E hoje teremos por aqui um especial com os vencedores das principais categorias do Oscar 2014, que rolou ontem na cidade de Los Angeles. E para começar, vamos rodar uma matéria com o mexicano eleito pela Academia o melhor diretor, Alfonso Cuarón, a mente brilhante por trás do filmaço 3D Gravidade, que levou nada menos que 7 das 10 estatuetas que estava concorrendo. Passou o rodo geral, vai matéria!
Our main character, we wanted her to be very novice in space.
How you feeling?
Like a chihuahua that's being tumble-dried?
If it makes you feel any better, I coughed up everything but my kidneys on my first ride.
Mission abort. Repeat, mission abort.
We have to go, go, go!
The idea of going to space and separating yourself from the Earth. In many ways, it doesn't make sense to be out there when life is down here. This was the journey of a woman that is a metaphor of a journey of any human being facing adversities.
It was the most collaborative experience I've ever had, with Alfonso being the master collaborator.
The first reason you ever want to make a film is that the script is very good and the director is very good. I love the screenplay, and I think that Alfonso is one of the most talented directors in the game.
Hold that for a moment. This position is good. You want to feel the pulse of what is really important. And you have great allies and collaborators like Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, that they just help you to make sure that regardless of all of these technological gadgets around you, the core of what you're trying to do is that emotional story.
Dr. Stone and Matthew Kowalski are the sole survivors, the SDS-157.
Every single person on this was in the unknown and had to work like crazy and took care of each other. There was just the hopes of being a part of something amazing and new.
Give me 5.
I've got you. No. Gotcha. You've gone from seeing how small we are in this massive universe. Alfonso is giving you both sides of who we are in the evolutionary scale, who we are in humanity, who we are in this great universe of space and Earth.
Hey, Ryan.
What?
It's time to go home.
Tá aí Alfonso Cuarón, que representou a galera oferecendo prêmio aos latino-americanos, o primeiro latino a ganhar na categoria. E tava difícil essa disputa, hein? Bateu até o Scorsese. Não tava fácil escolher o melhor ator também, só tinha feras, mas na minha opinião o resultado foi merecido. Matthew McConaughey fez realmente a diferença em Clube de Compras Dallas, assim como seu colega Jared Leto, que levou a estatueta de melhor coadjuvante. Olha só.
Mr. Woodruff, you've tested positive for HIV.
So here's a guy who gets HIV at a time when this was brand new, and he's a heterosexual thinking, I can't get that.
We estimate you have 30 days left.
And newsflash for y'all. There ain't nothing out there can kill Ron Woodruff in 30 days. Them drugs, they just released for testing, and I know this hospital's one of the sites. I need it.
It doesn't work that way, Mr. Woodruff. Where are you going?
They got good meds out of Mexico that's better than what you can get here in the States.
And that was his one clean purpose that trumped everything else in his life, to say, I'm going to do what I can to survive as long as I can.
This is protein, totally non-toxic.
And you can't buy this in the USA?
Not approved.
You could be making a fortune off of this.
He was a crusader and almost didn't know it.
I've been looking for you, Lone Star.
Listen, Tinkerbell, unless you got more cash or new clients, I'm busy.
You got enough for 20 of us?
Cut you in, 5%.
25, take it or leave it.
Welcome to the Dallas Buyers Club.
There was an anarchy to the guy, so we wanted to make sure that we tapped into that almost lasting fun.
You treating these people?
Oh, they're treating themselves. Well, I ain't selling drugs, I'm selling memberships.
I got a hold of his diary from his family. Then I knew how he treated the world, how he engaged. with other people and understood exactly how he saw himself.
You said I'd be dead in 30 days. Well, howdy doody, because it's a year later, and look at who's still here.
There was this really intriguing relationship between Ram and his transsexual Rayon.
TJ, this is Rayon. Freaking homo.
There's so much drama in the film that she was this shining light.
A little smile would go a long way.
I met with transgendered people and they spoke open and freely about some of the challenging parts of their lives.
I really appreciated how grounded he made the work because this role was something that anyone could have caricaturized.
We need a new guy.
Check Amsterdam, China, and Israel.
Good doing business with you.
Mr. Woodruff, what is going on?
People are dying.
I got one life. Wanted to mean something.
Just let me be your...
Lembrando que Matthew McConaughey também atuou em O Lobo de Wall Street. Aliás, foi ele que passou as manhas ao personagem do DiCaprio no começo do filme. Não deu pro DiCaprio dessa vez. A vida é assim, amigos, por vezes imita a arte e é preciso seguir em frente. Vamos para um rápido intervalo e já voltamos com esse especial Vencedores do Oscar. Fica por aí. Cineplay de volta com esse especial de vencedores do Oscar e agora é a vez da melhor atriz, Cate Blanchett. Ela já tinha levado aí o Globo de Ouro, BAFTA Awards, Spirit Awards por essa incrível atuação em Blue Jasmine, de Woody Allen. Então, de certa forma, já havia um favoritismo que ontem só se confirmou. Rola a matéria aí.
So what do you think?
I love it. You shouldn't spoil me so.
Well, why not? Who else am I going to spoil?
He met me at a party and swept me off my feet.
I fell in love with the name Jasmine.
No, I have never been to San Francisco. I'll be staying with my sister.
Jasmine, oh my God.
Look at you. Your place is homey. Oh, the flight was bumpy. The food was awful. I mean, you'd think first class.
I thought you were tapped out.
I'm dead broke. Really, I mean, the government took everything.
All I can say is you look great.
Now who's lying?
Blue Jasmine came about. I was having lunch with my wife at home, and she happened to tell me the story that some woman told her about another woman. She had been rich, wealthy, luxuriously living for many years, and suddenly the roof came in, the government came in, they took her jewelry, they took her homes, they took her airplane, they took everything, and she found that she had to go to work in a store, and the whole trauma was so difficult for her that she had a very, very hard emotional time adjusting. And I thought this was a tragic, the makings of a tragic story for someone, and of course then I embellished it with other little details that I made up, but the fundamental story was an anecdote my wife told me.
No one wants to get out of here as fast as I do.
I'm sure this is a big come down from what you're used to.
You'll be very happy to know that I lost every cent of my own money.
Her husband was a slick operator. I was there a week. I knew the guy was hitting on a girlfriend.
I can't.
The story, of course, has to start in Manhattan with, you know, where all these bankers are and financial people, and she's got to go away someplace to another city where her sister can't live too near her, or else she would have seen her more frequently in the past. I needed her sister to be in a fairly remote place from New York, far away, remote in that sense.
You choose losers because that's what you think you deserve, and that's why you'll never have a better life.
She doesn't care about you. She's a phony.
Anxiety, nightmares, and a nervous breakdown. There's only so many traumas a person can withstand till they take to the streets and start screaming.
E para fechar o nosso especial, a categoria de melhor filme. Merecidamente, 12 anos de escravidão levou a tão cobiçada e última estatueta anunciada no Oscar. Ainda vivemos um tempo de preconceito, intolerância, indiferença, e esse é definitivamente um filme a ser assistido e debatido. Matéria do melhor filme, roda aí.
Sit here.
actual place where something happens, then every frame you set up has a truth to it. This film, it just had to feel true, but it also had to feel beautiful. We didn't want to layer the horrors of slavery with the sort of dirt and mud and everything else, because the reality is the locations are really quite sumptuous and would be unnecessary to make it look bad. It's simply the contrast between the beauty of nature in which they all existed and the horror of the world and lives that they had to live through.
Steve shoots very, very simply with Sean, and often he allows things to breathe. It doesn't mean to say that it's ever slow, because it's not. There's a tension which is very, very carefully managed, and there are many examples where a shot is held long, and I believe it just gives the audience time to really feel things and develop a relationship with the film, which they're not allowed to do when you bombard them with images.
God damn you, I thought you know something.
I did as instructed. If there's something wrong, it's wrong with the instruction.
The look of the film and the look of the set and the look of the costumes. For me, everything was about being connected to Solomon. And so everything assisted that journey for me and just allowed me to have a sort of way into this world. I felt that very deeply.
If you want to survive, do and say as little as possible.
Well, I don't want to survive. I want to live.
We are together. We know each other. There's a kind of a community. And then you can actually, the actors and everyone can take risk of share their opinions and come together as a real team. It's great.
É isso aí, um dia de muitas comemorações no cinema, mas também de uma grande perda. Infelizmente, o mestre Alain Resnais, cineasta francês que dirigiu obras-primas clássicas como Hiroshima, Meu Amor e O Ano Passado em Marimbá, faleceu aos 91 anos na noite de sábado em Paris. O grande artista se vai, mas a bela obra fica para eternizá-lo. Cineplay de hoje fica por aqui, meus amigos, um forte abraço e até amanhã.